Joining me now, Democratic Senator from Illinois, the Assistant Majority Leader Dick Durbin, Republican Senator from Oklahoma Tom Coburn, Republican Congressman from Michigan, the Chair of the Intelligence Committee Mike Rogers, and the Democratic Congresswoman from California Loretta Sanchez. Welcome to all of you. I want to go through some of the hot topics on Capitol Hill right now. Through some of these things, but I got to start here with this breaking news, and let me go with you, Chairman Rogers. Reaction to what you've heard and to the developments this morning?
Well, it's concerning. Obviously, what it appears to be as of today that he is flying, will catch another flight from Moscow, many believe to Cuba. We know that there's air traffic from Moscow to Cuba, then on to Venezuela. And when you look at it, every one of those nations is hostile to the United States. I mean, if he could go to North Korea and Iran, he could round out his government oppression tour by Snowden. So you think about what he says he wants and what his actions are, it defies logic. He has taken information that does not belong to him, it belongs to the people of the United States. He has jeopardized our national security. I disagree with the reporter. Clearly, the bad guys have already changed their way. Remember, these are counterterrorism programs, essentially, and we have seen that bad guys overseas, terrorists who are committing and plotting attacks on the United States and our allies, have changed the way they operate. We've already seen that. To say that that is not harmful to the national security of the United States or our safety is just dead wrong.
Glenn Greenwald mentioned a FISA opinion, some 80 pages long. He doesn't have the opinion, but he's got documents supporting it, essentially saying that the government overreached, went beyond its authority, and in fact, he says it can establish illegality as opposed to what I suggested to him, which was it was a judicial review and then a change was made. What do you say?
This is obviously why the program works. There is judicial review and there was judicial pushback, and rightly so. This is the problem with having a 1,000-piece puzzle, taking 3 or 4 pieces and deciding that you're now an expert on what that picture looks like. You're going to get it wrong. They're getting it wrong, and it's dangerous. So what happened was the court looked at it and said, because of a technical difficulty, you're collecting more information than you're allowed to collect. You have to fix it. They came back, they stopped collection, they went back, they reviewed it, they figured out how to correct that. That's exactly the kind of thing you want to do. And by the way, it was reported to Congress as well. We reviewed it. We agreed that they had over-collected, and we also agreed the mitigation, the way that they used technology to make sure they weren't collecting certain bits of information, was adhered to. That's the way you want a classified system to work when you're not trying to tell the bad guys how we do things.
Before I bring everybody else in, what lengths should this administration go to track Snowden down? The diplomatic route, as Pete Williams reported on, could be very difficult if he ends up in Venezuela. You're chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. What should this administration do?
They should use every legal avenue we have to bring him back to the United States. And listen, if he believes that he's doing something good, and by the way, he went outside all of the whistleblower avenues that were available to anyone in this government, including people who have classified information. We get 2 or 3 visits from whistleblowers every single week in the committee, and we investigate everyone thoroughly. He didn't choose that route. If he really believes he did something good, he should get on a plane, come back, and face the consequences of his actions.
Is he gone? Do you think he's gone? Not to return?
I'm not sure I would say gone forever. I do think that we'll continue with extradition activities wherever he ends up, and we should continue to find ways to return him to the United States and get the United States public's information back.